Welcome to episode 5 of my Ref to Unusual series. Since the last episode, all that's really happened is we've sold the 2 robo parts that I had, and we've also sold the aerator for 1.33 refined, which is what we wanted for it, and that was a direct profit off that. So let's go into the first trading. So with these 3 vintages I got, I decided to do something a little bit different. I decided to actually stick them up on the Steam community market and sell them on for Steam credit. Since I can get about 6p for all of these, that's about 18p in total. Now it doesn't sound like much, but you gotta think we're dealing in, like, these 3 items are worth about 1.11 refined, so being able to sell them all for 18p is actually pretty decent profit. And with that 18p I can then go ahead and buy something off the Steam community market, whether that be whatever it is, but basically we can buy stuff off there and make even more profit, because obviously the stuff we can buy off there will be worth more and possibly more desirable to sell, which will just make it easier to profit and, sell on. The only trouble with doing this, however, is when you buy something off the Steam community market, you do have to wait 7 days before you can trade it. But to be honest, I'm going to be trading for more than another 7 days, so this is a pretty worthwhile investment in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. Here someone was selling a strange surgical survivalist for 7 refined. It's worth about 9 refined, so I should be able to make decent profit on this. The only trouble is most sellers are only selling this for about 8.33 refined, but still, since I'm buying it at 7 refined, there's still a lot of profit to be made there, about a ref, or maybe even more than the ref, which is still pretty good. Now the same guy actually, just before we completed the trade in the last one, said he was selling another surgical survivalist. This one's just a normal one, and he was selling that for 3 ref. It's worth about 4 ref, so obviously I went ahead and obviously took it off him because I can make decent profit on that, which would be pretty friggin' awesome. Here we're actually buying the Tartan Spartan for my vintage escape plan, which is worth ref and 3 scrap, so I'm offering him about 1.33 refined, which is exactly what the Tartan Spartan's worth. However, I bought the vintage escape plan for 3 scrap, so I'm actually buying the Tartan Spartan for 6 refined. So I'm buying a 1.33 hat with, not 6 refined, 6 scrap, buying it for 6 scrap basically. Basically I can make lots of profit on this, so it's a really good trade. Plus neither of us have technically lost out, because we're giving each other exactly the same. These are the kind of trades that I really like to do, because I'm profiting and nobody's really losing out on them, which is pretty awesome. I've said it before and I'll say it again, the Demo Man has awesome hats. I mean, this is pretty freaking sweet. I mean, you can't whack that. Here someone sent me an offer for my strange surgical survivalist. I'm actually selling it for 8 refined, which is obviously a refined pure. A refined profit, I should say. 1 ref profit. But it was really easy to sell for this price, to be honest, because the backpack.tf price is technically 9 refined. People obviously look at that first, often don't look at classified listings, because most of them are like 8.33, 8 refined. So this guy's still technically getting a good discount, and I'm still making good profit, so this is pretty good. Here I'm selling my normal strange surgical survivalist for 3.66 refined, that's obviously 2 rec profit for me. And this guy can obviously sell the surgical survivalist on for a rec profit if he really wants to, or if he's planning on keeping it, I don't know, it's up to him, but basically I'm making 2 rec, he's getting a discounted cosmetic, and it's all good. So here I'm actually just selling my 2 cosmetics I have left, the Tartan Spartan and the Mark of the Saint, straight onto the scrap.tf bots for 1.22 refined each. I could have waited out a bit longer on the Tartan Spartan. I think I probably could have sold it for 1.33 because it is a nice hat, but I was planning on selling the Mark of the Saint onto scrap.tf because that was going to be a hard sell, and I thought I might as well just throw the Tartan Spartan in there as well, get rid of that and just get the metal in. So here we are. I'm going to end the episode here. This might have been a bit of a short episode, but I wanted to talk about a few things at the end. Basically we've ended up with a key. We've finally got to a key, which is a pretty awesome milestone. Keys are about 20 ref at the minute. I'm not going to be going ahead and buying a key with all the metal because I'm not going to be able to do anything with the key, so But it is just a good milestone, and it's, you know, it's quite relieving to see that I'm actually getting somewhere with this trading. I've got to episode 5, and I've got a key, which is pretty friggin' awesome. So, now that I'm at a key, I've started to wonder, what kind of end goal am I gonna, I don't know, plan to get? Obviously it's ref to unusual, so I'm looking to get some kind of unusual. My dream unusual at the minute is a Scorching Flames Hat of Cards, and now that's about 180 keys. Now you're probably thinking, holy shit, that's miles away, you're never going to get to that. You gotta think, like, once I've reached like 10 keys, I'm going to be breaking into unusual trading, where you make at least a key on most of your trades. So I'm not sure whether it's going to go on that long, but we'll see. Other unusuals I'm kind of looking at, an unusual Flamboyant Flamenco would be awesome, because, well, the Hat of Cards and the Flamboyant Flamenco are my two most favourite hats of all time. They both look fantastic. An unusual of any of those two would be friggin' awesome, because I'm sort of, I play a lot of Spot and Pyro, and have unusuals for those two classes would be pretty friggin' awesome. But I'd like to hear what you think. If you've got any ideas for end goals, any particularly nice hats you've seen, leave them down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you've got. Perhaps you've got different ideas to me, which would be good. Like I say, spy hats, pyro hats, possibly scout hats, something like that would be pretty awesome. Anything like that. Anything that looks awesome, basically. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Please do like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra.